actually. Just like, I will slap the shit out of you.
Alright, here we go.
Please.
And welcome to the Dungeons and Dragons podcast. I am not your dungeon master today. The magnificent Mars is your dungeon master.
Hello, everyone.
With us is, as always, David Janak, Connor O'Brien.
Oh, you remembered me this time.
Myself, Corey Ganondorf 50 Longhurst. I will be playing the beautiful and wonderful gnome alchemist known as Benoit. Bon ami, messieurs. Our dungeon master today is Mars.
Yeah, and also on a side note, you forgot Tim.
Oh, okay, I didn't... Tim, are you
I'm not there yet.
Well, Tim's not... Yep, true.
I'll just assume you're probably in one of the camps with the Adventurers Guild. Which is conveniently with the guys right now.
But yes, Tim is here.
Yeah. Well...
One of these days, I'm going to write the entire intro down and just read off of it every time. Make sure I don't fuck it up.
Yep. Well, going to the story that we are continuing off of, as Corey was not around to film the first half or the second half, but
I
was there
didn't
for the
film
second
any of it because I was just...
tired as hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright then. To continue off where the guys left off while you were unable to see, viewers, David and Connor had their own little adventure where they managed to stop a creature in one blast. Connor recently got some spiderlings as a reward, and David got to fire off his gun and kill the creature.
I'm gonna shoot someone.
On that note,
Oh, sorry.
the guys eventually went and joined the Adventurers Guild, where they decided to follow up with them on an artifact hunt, and I'm using this as my own wording for it, where they went and pilfered a particular artifact that Corey really liked. The artifact appears to have had...
Sorry.
The artifact appeared to have contained the power of a couple mythic heroes from 20 years ago. Some of the party members who are over the age of 20 would recall it as being a very bad time, during which a bunch of heroes managed to stop a catastrophic event from occurring. They found the gem. It is currently speaking with them, each of which with the voice of a different one of the heroes. They brought it back, some weird stuff happened, and we are continuing off from there.
The event was called Nagasaki and Hiroshima.
Really, dude?
I've said worse.
I know, you said worse. You've done worse.
I have.
Alright. On that note, though, going back to what we were originally going, David hears the thumping. Corey, being a gnome, you can actually feel your feet lifting off the ground for a second as each thump occurs. Connor, you've got more stability. You've got like 8 legs.
Okay. Player-wise, I want to say something. Character-wise, I don't know if he would know.
Okay. Shoot.
If Mars is sadistic as I think he is...
Mm-hmm.
Now... Is this Jurassic Park kind of thing? Like...
No. Although you're on a close enough scale to it. It's just not a Jurassic Park thing.
No. What I'm saying is it when this is happening? Is like, do I have a glass of water and is the water shaking?
If you had a glass of water, yes. You can actually see that some of the members of the Adventurers Guild, as they're actually trying to drink out of the flasks that they're given, some of it appears to actually fall out when they're attempting to drink it, potentially from the fact that whatever this is, it's causing a heck of an occurrence every time it does whatever it's doing.
Gentlemen, whatever this is, it is, how you say, big.
Are you asking the party members that?
No,
or
I'm telling them that. I think I can intuit enough that I can say that the said creature is big.
Want to kill it?
Indeed, let's kick its ass. Although I hope it is not the creature that I am thinking of. What do I know of legendary creatures?
Are you asking me that?
Yes, I am asking you, the Dungeon Master.
Uh,
And I am losing my French accent. Oh, no,
just
I
do your
can't.
normal. Just do your normal voice. We'll just assume you've got a French accent for it.
No, I want to keep my French voice.
Right.
I shall
Legendary
keep
creatures in Icevale. There are a couple left and right, but they're not as big as you would expect from some homeland like a Silver Sun or Moon Shadow because of the temperature there being so specifically cold. But there are a couple known creatures that do live in the section between where the land is mountainous. These would be where some of the giants live, where they also live next to dwarves, as the two of them are actually working together within these mountains. Although for a giant to have been this far out, you'd expect that would have some cold resistance, which is why you were given the rings that you are all wearing right now.
But mon ami, it feels almost as if it was bigger than a giant.
As far as creatures bigger than a giant, you've heard that there are a couple wolves that grow up to be the size of, well, in this case, mounts, but nothing that is this big that could survive this type of environment.
Not even dragons?
Unless it's an ice dragon, but even then they have a specific size that they get to. Like, it
what
is possible for them to get to, it's possible for white dragons to get to that colossal size, but
They'd
they'd have had to be super, super, super old for that. Some of them don't even make it to get that size, even.
Well, obviously, gentlemen, it's not a dragon. But I still say we are on the side of Koshan. So, Dolores, I swear, if it is what I think it is, we run. But that is neither here nor there. Let's... And I sort of crack my gnomish knuckles. Let's go check it out.
And you were saying this to David and Connor, correct?
And Tim, yes.
And Tim when he's here.
Yes, when Tim is here.
Alright. So, David, Connor, how'd you like to respond?
So, let me get this straight. You know that there's something large coming towards us.
No, well, does it seem to be moving towards us?
Judging from the sound of the footsteps, it's kind of hard to tell. The sounds are that deafening.
Okay, I'm going to rephrase that. You know that there is something large in the immediate area, and you want to go and try to hunt this thing.
I did not say hunt. I say look at it. Because if we are clearly outmatched, then we move away from it.
For something that size, I can probably keep up.
Oh, man. Alright, so I'm guessing you
Would
guys
you like
want
to
to
go
check it
back
out?
to the cave? Because we could go back to the cave.
Alright, so... you guys are... So, you guys are gonna go check it out, or is David still wondering?
Oh, if I've been overruled by Webster and Benoit here, then I guess I'll go with.
By the way,
Alright.
David, how do I copy a sheet onto Mythweavers?
You from a PDF,
Yes.
you'd have to manually input everything.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a pain.
Oh, that's lazy.
Just keep your Mythweaver sheet open and go back to it when you need it.
Now I'm keeping my PDF open first.
Alright.
Until you
So-
need to make any changes, the PDF should be fine.
Are you guys going to be taking any precaution measurements or anything in particular with you? Or will you be taking a specific path or that kind of stuff?
Let me check my sheet. Um,
Not combat maneuvers, Corey, just maneuvers considering you guys are going to be dealing with fog on your way. I guess a better question would be to ask David.
I'm just gonna
Well-
keep all my stuff, so I'm gonna keep all my stuff with me.
Got it.
I guess I can drop the backpack off. Most of the things I need, I'm going to need to carry with me. I can keep in the bandolier or the belt pouches.
What's in the backpack anyhow?
Tent, bedroll, blankets, journal, ink, couple
All right.
torches.
Dear
And I'm guessing
diary.
Webster's probably bringing some of his stuff. I don't know what he's got. Alright. Well, as you guys try to traverse the mist, is there any specific way you're going to be doing it, or are you all just going to be going at once?
Well, no. I want to actually Arcana check the mist.
Okay then.
Or would it be spellcraft?
Depends if it's a spell. Which in this case, it kind of is. It's
Okay.
kind of a bit of it's kind of natural and kind of supernatural at the same time. So would that count as? I'll count it as a spell for the case.
So spellcraft.
Yep. With a 20, let me
I
see.
have a 22.
Alright. You would be familiar that this appears to be magic from the land itself. You know that this is obscuring mist.
Can I dispel it?
You cannot dispel this type of obscuring mist. Part of it is naturally formed from the earth itself due to the fact that Icevale literally lives right next to a land that is almost blessed in spring and summer most of the time, with very weak winters compared to what Icevale has. So as a result, part of the mist is a result of the snow and the heat, and some of it is a result of the spell literally being, for some odd reason, being cast from the earth itself.
That and alchemists have like no ability to dispel.
Not to mention, it doesn't matter how well your dispel is with this, you would not be able to.
Theoretically, I could crit.
You could crit, but it still wouldn't stop it. This
Yeah.
is magic formed from the land and the earth itself. That's like saying, I can dispel the water.
Knowledge,
Yeah, it's called Fireball.
knowledge, nature.
Knowledge nature would have still given you the same thing. This is still naturally formed.
Can I use a perception check to see into the mist?
You actually can.
$29.
With a 29, you have opened up. Let me do this actually. Reveal area. You've opened up to here.
Okay. I would like to go a little closer.
Alright, so moving the whole token as a whole. Because the land is way too big for you guys to actually have your characters set on the field.
Okay. What can I see?
You see what appears to be a faint outline of a very large creature. It does not appear to be attacking, but it does appear to be moving in the vicinity of where the camp was originally set.
Are we talking large, huge, gargantuan, or colossal?
We're talking colossal, but whatever it is, there's something on its back.
Alright, can I get...
It's oval shaped. It's oval shaped in nature, though. So
Can I get closer to it?
sure. How close we talking?
Close enough that I could... Oop. Close enough that I could actually get an image of it.
Okay, then. So we're clearing up another section. Care to give me a perception roll? Just so I can kind of
Can
tell
I keep
how
my
far you.
29?
No, you have to re-roll again.
Damn it. Derp, 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 derp.
13.
Yeah.
You've cleared up this much area.
What if I give him a hand?
How many would that increase it by?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I'll just assume you've cleared up another square then.
Yeah, that's all I figured it would do. Should have just taken 10.
Yep.
I was hoping I'd
But-
crit.
So you guys have moved up to here. The creature's much more defined in feature. You could almost swear from the distance you're at, it's almost like it's got like an extra pair of hands on it that appear to be holding up the oval shape. You'd have to get in real close to be able to see this, by the way, but you're only seeing the faint outline of it from what the obscuring mist is letting you see. You guys moving in again?
Yeah, I'm moving in again.
Alright. Want to make me another roll?
I'm gonna take a 10. 21.
Okay then. About time. Whatever you've come across something so massive, I've actually got to clear up this section and this whole section.
The fuck is that?
I told you, you guys were nuts.
Hey, if it bleeds, we can kill it.
The creature you appear to be looking at is wearing some sort of makeshift armor with towers gathering on its back. Speaking of its back, you do notice what appears to be a large oval shape. On the sides of it, you appear to see what appear to be cities and stuff built upon it.
Oh, this doesn't seem so bad. So long
Now,
as
anyone-
we're not
now, anyone
stupid
who-
enough to attack it.
So here's a question then for you guys. Does anybody have knowledge local?
I might. Nope.
Anybody?
Nope.
Not even Webster, I'm guessing.
Especially not Webster.
Looks like I've got ranks in knowledge engineering, but not local.
Knowledge engineering would actually count for this.
Okay. Did you invite me to the game through Roll20?
I'll actually resend you the link myself.
Well, I clicked on the link that was in the Skype chat that brought me to your page, and then I sent you a private message.
Yeah, just click on this. Let me check outside of it just to pop and see if that works. There you are. Invite blocks. Alright. You should actually be part of the game now, so... I always
Okay.
keep... Alright. So, with that, would you care to give me that knowledge engineering?
Alright, let's see. I've got... So the number 10 means I have 10 ranks in that.
No,
Right.
number 10 is your total.
Yeah, total.
If he rolls a Oh god, you actually did perfect for this. The creature in particular, you don't exactly know where it came from, but you are very familiar with the architect on its back. It's got a whole city on its back. Every piece of that armor that it's wearing is also part of that very same city. The way the place appears to be structured is the city appears to have been focused and actually attached to the armor itself. The creature is using its hands to help support it so it's more stable when he's walking. Beyond that, there are other potential reasons why he's holding it up. Although you are not sure, the city does look like it could be supported regardless. This is a marvel of engineering, way beyond current levels of Terra itself, although this could simply just be from another land itself.
I really want to shoot this thing in the eye.
Don't.
No, still, the creature appears to stop for a second while in front of you. Does not move, it does not appear to even look in your direction. Just appears to stop. Okay, so what would you guys like to do now?
I'm going to stare at it for a while.
I kind of feel like that's what everyone's already doing.
Yep.
I mean, you don't just like glance at something like this and then go about your business. No, you stop and stare.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
Why do you think it took so long, like between thumps?
From the look of it, it appears to be a mix of its armor being slightly placed in a position that would stop the creature from flipping over, and because the fact that this thing has to move so precisely to avoid tipping the whole building on its back or itself in the process. Plus that, and the creature's about colossal sized. I don't really expect this thing to go 120 feet with, like, an entire city on its back. That's going to cause some major wind.
Do I know knowledge nature what this thing is?
Nature would be for normal creatures. Is there any specific for aberrations?
Dungeoneering, if anything. Actually, yeah, dungeoneering would be used to identify aberrations.
Does anyone have that?
Knowing David, probably.
Connor, I think.
You want me to use knowledge?
Yeah, do you have... Didn't I give you knowledge dungeoneering?
Yep. Yep.
Now that's just how we roll. Right? So, with that on
One
being
second.
said,
Ta-da!
28. This creature is an aberration. It was never given a specific name, although it was given the nickname by those who have actually seen this thing worked before. It was given the name Monolith.
Are they known
Potent-
to be good, neutral?
These things aren't really used in any form of combat, so in the end they're more neutral with a tendency to fall towards lawful good. These things were originally developed way long before most of you guys were even born. Unless one of you guys happens to be at least about 2,000 years old.
Nope.
I don't actually know.
These creatures were originally developed by attempting to fuse the supposed appearance of a Dark One well, at least the physical appearance and manifestation and corpse lift of one, prior to before they were known as Dark Ones, with the divine energy. So they're kind of on that neutral ground because of what they are, but they're also good and evil at the same time. They're just never known for destroying villages because these things are actually tamed by specific grouping of people.
Hmm.
Which I will say the specific grouping, because of Tim having rolled a 29, use a mixture of what appear to be the magic on the helmets, while at the same time being magic located. Well, actually, no, the magic is from the helmets. Not to keep it under control or anything, the magic is just to allow it to speak other languages, because these things are known for being, back to the dungeoneering role, they're kind of stupid. Not to a degree that they'd step on everything in sight, but rather because if they're not told to stop, these things will go around the earth 100 times.
So what you're telling me is we're dealing with a giant Mr. Steak.
Giant Mr. Steak?
Mistake. Has
Something like that.
has no one seen the Nuzlocke yet?
Nope.
Oh, wow. Go watch the Soul Silver Nuzlocke.
Well, is there anything you guys would like to do now?
Well, it's not like I can fly up there.
Kinda want to kill it.
I would not let you.
I know.
Well, actually, you know what? I would let you, then watch you get squashed.
Like a bug.
Like a Twinkie. Like a Twinkie.
Yep. However, I will tell you guys this. You do notice what appear to be ropes hanging off the side of the creature. Long enough to touch
You could
the
tie it up like snow speeders.
Yeah, they don't reach to its legs.
Yeah, but I have webs.
Yeah, good luck trying to stop a creature that's literally that these things were known for being unstoppable.
You know, the more you talk this thing up, the more I want to kill it.
And the more likely you'll get to be killed.
What kind of spells do I have? Ooh, what does long shot do?
I believe it doubles your range. But that's for another thing. Alright, well, creature has ropes hanging off of it right now that you guys can climb. I'm pretty sure I've kind of just filled in the rest for you guys.
David, what creatures that are of humanoid type can fly?
Almost none.
He's the only exception, though, mind you.
I'm an outsider. Thank you very much.
With the appearance of the Gravekeeper from goddamn Legend of Zelda.
What about small pixies?
Pixies are fey.
And by the time you start getting into that, of course they'll be able to fly.
Damn, alter self, damn you.
So, you guys gonna try climbing up the ropes?
Can we get to them?
Yeah, you can easily reach them. They appear to have been dropped down specifically right now as this was all going on.
Yeah, I'll start climbing.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do I need to make a check?
Not for this case. I have had Webster roll one in the past, but that's because he was trying to use a used rope. In this case, not now.
Okay.
Yep. I'll climb
Me
or
too.
fly or whatever is easier for me.
You can climb or fly. It's of no difference, honestly. The
No
creature
problem.
just appears to have
Fine.
stopped. So,
I'll probably climb then. I don't. He doesn't like flying if he doesn't have to.
Alright. You guys manage to climb up the creature to its side, and you see what appears to be a building of sorts just as you're climbing up.
Okay,
It
let's.
appears to have been specifically opened. Well, actually, it just opened as you guys were trying to climb up, and I'm not going to specify anything for you guys, unless you want it specified.
Does anyone know where we are?
I don't think your team knows whatsoever.
Nope.
Alright. Thank God I'm not playing Penny Whistle. I say we kill all humans.
Well,
So,
while you are trying to
still
decide
at
that.
the beast. We've climbed up to the beast, and now we're inside the city.
You appear to be in a section of the city. How would I describe it? It's kind of like a. Have you guys ever tried entering a hotel or have played New Vegas whatsoever?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright, which one in particular? You remember, if it's from New Vegas, you remember that one section at the front of all of the buildings that always has like the receptionist desk?
No, I didn't play New Vegas. Well, no, I played New Vegas. I haven't gotten far in yet.
Basically, imagine a receptionist desk set up just outside as you walk in. And the first thing you hear as you finally climbed up is, "Welcome to Monolith City. Would you like anything?"
Yes, I'll have
That's
a
it.
monolith burger.
Of course, Corey would go for that. Speaking of which, does anybody look up above the receptionist desk?
I would. I'm looking all
You s-
around.
You are what you see appears to be what says trains departing to and from. A bunch of them appear to be going to different sections of the city.
Can I ride the choo-choo?
You can ride the choo-choo, Corey.
I want to ride the choo-choo.
Alright.
Um,
There are a couple sections of the city. One of the particular sections of the city appears to be. Every one of them appears to have a very obvious name to them, like a merchants district, blacksmith district. In fact, there's actually a section called Adventurers Guild District, or in this
okay,
case, simply
well,
known as the
first
Guild
I'm gonna
District.
ask the receptionist. Where are we, and what is this thing?
The city was named after the creature whose back we stand on. The creature was known as a monolith, a creature that was used back 2,000 years ago.
Okay.
Oh, there goes Corey. So, anyone else want to try?
Try what?
Corey was kind of leading the group for a little bit. Anyone else want to try while he's in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Jamont has seen his fair share of leadership roles, and he is not eager to get back into it.
All right. So, David, you want to try?
Yeah, sure, might as well.
Okay then.
So you said Monolith City, you said, eh?
Yep.
And you said there's an Adventurers Guild here.
The Adventurers Guild here has been set up quite some time ago. Most of its members who are currently within the city are coming from distant lands and tend to either stay with the monolith because of the fact that the creature itself can move, portable base and all, And yeah, but like your original question, there is an Adventurers Guild here.
Well, given that there's an Adventurers Guild expedition kind of directly underneath your feet, uh, you think we could find our way to them?
Yeah, cut off there, David.
I said, given that there's an Adventurers Guild kind of directly underneath your feet, do you think you could give us some directions to the one on the city?
Sure, there's actually a train heading there shortly in 10 minutes.
Well, I think we'll grab the I think me and my companions will be taking that, or we'll be riding that train there.
Alright then. So she points you straight to the section and the train in particular that'll be going to it. The train has yet to actually arrive, though, so you guys are early. Although, you do see as you're actually sitting there, you see a grouping of dwarves, each wearing a different type of hat of some sort. They appear to be talking to themselves about attempting to join the Adventurers Guild again. Although that's just conversation, whether you actually want to talk to them is up to you guys. Well, I guess Corey's kind of just going to be in the background for a bit, so there are a couple pamphlets located nearby, some of which appear to say History of the City. Others appear to be pamphlets involving some new equipment that was recently developed in the Market District, and in particular was well created by what appears to be a group known as the Forgers Guild. David, would you notice on the front of the pamphlet, however, is what appears to be a gun?
Well then, this piques my interest.
Would you like to know what type of gun it is?
Please.
You know, it appears to be designed similar to a modern-day revolver, except built to look like a rifle. So the barrel has been extended to a bigger length, and the buttstock of the end of it has actually been replaced with what appears to be a generic rifle, similar to that of your current Betsy.
Are you telling me this is a rifle with a pepper box in it?
Not a pepper box in it, I'm saying the buttstock for the end of it.
Okay, but does it appear to have multiple chambers?
It has multiple chambers, yes. They all don't fire. They appear to be designed similar to a revolver, so they each fire one at a time.
Well then, I definitely want to go meet these people.
Yep. There does appear to be other equipment that appears to be set up. A couple uniquely forged daggers. On it says that they were supposedly forged from the twin fangs of the champion's beast. Although you have no clue what his name is, as they only say the word champ. It says crafted from the ivory left from the champion's beasts. A sword that supposedly is written on its has some magical property that they had to identify. They say that whoever can figure out what the enchantment on the weapon in particular is can have it for 50% off. There's a bunch of other stuff. If you guys want to specify a type of pamphlet you guys are looking at, just say and I can look through the list. Nobody?
No, I'm just interested in getting to the guild, and
Yeah, I kind of have to wait for Corey for this because I'm kind of going to expect some weird dialogue from him. But on a side note, they did say there is a actual pamphlet for what appears to be an arena. The goal that they're offering is pretty substantial. As in, you'd probably be making a decent 100 gold a fight. So in other words, 10 platinum. A couple of the other pamphlets go to involve like I said earlier, there's the history of the city. There's also one that even specifically talks about the trains in particular. You may go now. Weren't you going to say something, Tim?
nah.
All right. I don't know what's taking Corey so long.
We
Corey,
said bathroom, so I'm going to assume that's what's going on.
he might have muted himself accidentally. I'm gonna laugh if that was the actual case, and this whole time we've all just been talking, and he's just been like, "Guys, what's going on?" Alright. Well, while Corey, I guess since Corey's not going to be here for the beautiful revealing, the train finally shows up, and would anybody like to, and since the only one here who has that role, Tim, want to make me a engineering roll?
Oh man, my mic. Never mind.
Ah, that'll work. David, you remember how the trains worked in Eberron?
Mm-hmm.
Care to explain what you do know about them over to the rest of the party?
Basically, they traveled along a conduit, and they were powered by elemental spirits bound to the coaches. The conduit typically, or basically, was just formed by stones laid into groundwork that conducted the energy from one point to the next.
Similar manner. And I can hear footsteps in the back, coming from Corey. And welcome back, Corey.
Alright, so what do we see?
I've already told... David kind of took a little bit of the lead over and said it may be a good idea for the guys to head over to the Adventurers Guild that is located within this giant monolith city.
Okay.
So, guess what you guys are doing? Guess what you guys are doing, then?
We're at the adventure. Oh, we're taking the train! We're on the
Yes, we are.
choo-choo!
You're on the choo-choo, Corey.
As a gnome, would I know about the trains, or is this all new to me?
Tim in particular rolled the engineering role. David kind of explained that they were similar in a fashion to how Eberron made theirs, actually. They're powered by elementals, basically. The design of the train is very similar to a bullet train.
Okay, so exactly the lightning rail, then.
Yep. And the train finally starts moving. It's
Is there snacks on board?
There are no snacks on board, but there is one heck of a view of the city after the train starts moving.
Hey David, where's my gold on the sheet? Oh, no, I found it. Wow. I need some money. Alright,
Yep.
so...
Yeah, so the train starts moving, and you guys get the most beautiful view of the city. The whole thing has been designed into unique little districts of its own, each fitting for specific people. Similar to how an actual city was built, any craftsmen and everything were designated to one area. Who's making that a...
Corey,
Yes?
stop squeaking.
I'm playing with coins, sorry.
Coins, sure.
The
Alright,
coins.
well, no, not that. It sounds like you're rubbing up against something.
Oh, shit. The cat. The cat's licking herself.
Cat wouldn't make a sound like rubber on rubber.
Well, no, the cat's literally on the computer.
Oh, maybe.
Well,
Do you hear it
Like I was-
now?
No.
nope.
Okay, yeah.
Well, like I was trying to say, the city has been divided into unique districts, each designed to hold a specific kind of grouping of people. Craftsmen and other such things were located in one section of the city. The merchant section that I know David just would love to go visit. There appears to be a nobles district located towards the northern section where the head is. The rest of the city is built on different layers of itself, basically, which is what you're kind of seeing around the creature. Okay, looks like we're gonna see Corey's face.
See, cat.
Yeah, cat. So, the city spirals outside and then finally heads into inside. And that's where you guys are finally starting to see some of the bigger districts. You guys make it to the Adventurers Guild in at least a solid 10 minutes of riding, and this thing was going really fast, too.
Oh man, there is no snakes. Zoutalos, I could not have my hors d'oeuvres. Maybe some escargot? No? Oui?
You might want to just kind of not.
Alright, I do
Merci
not
beaucoup.
actually... So you guys make it to the, Adventurers Guild district, and boy is that place large. It takes up at least 1/8 of the upper section of the city.
Zoutalos, this city, she is so large. She is like the woman I once made love to.
David, you have the stone on you, correct?
Oh, what?
Basically the pretty pearl that Corey was trying to steal.
Yes, I have that on me.
You actually hear in the background of your head, built to house 10,000 people in the lower sections, at least 1 million in the middle, and I can never count how many there ever were in the upper section. Each guild has been separated in such a unique way that everything can be gotten here. All the way from the most advanced technology to the most oldest of them, including artifacts if you can manage to get your hands on one. Or you can manage to somehow get a merchant to, quote-unquote, sell it to you.
Wonderful to hear a voice in my head.
I try my best. So the Adventurers Guild is located in a special section of the city located towards the left side of the creature on the upper section. Some of the guild members are running day-to-day stuff like moving cargo around and such things, tying it down. And there appears to be a man in charge who's kind of just ordering people around and also doing a couple things of his own as well. He does mention we'd better seal off that dungeon gate. We don't want any of the creatures that are currently flowing around to get out, especially when we're inside. Especially since we'll be actually doing some trade over with Icevale. They get out there, they'll either freeze or potentially cause others to freeze.
Sounds like you need to chill out, bird boy. Oh, Zoodalords, I apologize. I don't know what came over my voice.
Nobody knows either. So, would you guys like to do anything? There appears to be a couple shops set up around the Merchants Guild. They're nothing big, but they appear to be selling some pretty unique looking stuff.
Considering I only have 2 platinum to my name, I'm not doing anything. I would like to go up to the Adventurers Guild. Is it afternoon, morning, evening? What?
It is currently morning.
Bonsoir, mon amis. I am part of the Adventuring Guild. Do you have any available jobs?
The guy who I talked about earlier just kind of stops and stares at you and says, "From, which branch are you from, if I may ask?"
Corey the player does not know.
The place that you came from was called Silver Sun.
The Silver Sun branch.
So you're with the major capital. That's good to hear. We've been needing a couple extra members to give us a hand up here. You'll get paid for your work, too.
What kind of work, if you don't mind, asking?
You're basically getting paid to move some of the cargo around. We're going to be doing some trade over with Silver Sun after we've done with Icevale.
Is it explosive?
Nothing explosive. We're trying to tie everything down because when the city moves around a lot, or whenever Monolith over here starts getting into position so the city can be level with Icevale, he tends to shake around a little bit.
Okay, I'm looking at my strength score, and I say, well, what is the pay?
What is the what?
Pay.
The pay.
Oh, the pay is 20 platinum trying to get everything organized, and if you guys can help deal with if you guys manage to find anything and catalog it, we'll give you an extra 20 as well.
Total or a piece?
I want to go with a piece. We've still got some extra gold left over from our trade over at the silver mines.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, I sort of motion over to the guys. Do you all want the job? We can get effectively about 40 platinum each.
I can work that.
Alright.
40 platinum is
So-
1,000 gold, right?
10 gold is worth 1 platinum.
Okay, so it's 400 gold each.
And that's still enough to get you a decent meal in the city and all kinds of other stuff. The city is quite cheap in its product because they tend to live in a city where technology advances at leaps and bounds, as you've noticed from the train.
Next, you know, they will be creating flying machines.
Oh god, I wish you hadn't had mentioned that. Well, okay, so the jobs that are currently needed are... We need some of the horses located in the stable to be settled down. Some of them will be trading over. One in particular happens to be a little bit angry for some reason. Besides that, there's a second section of the stable that has to be kind of cleaned up a little bit. Some of the bits and junk that are currently located in there are being sent flying around because we had to leave town real quickly because events.
how do you want it cleaned? Like you could eat off the floor clean, or
Just pick up the junks and pieces of scrap metal that might have fallen. The whole place is a metal death trap, honestly. At least in my opinion.
Sounds like a job for my spiderlings.
Beyond that, just help with some of the regular jobs set up around here. Nothing too big.
what's the equivalent of calm animals?
Calm animals?
Yeah. Would it be a nature check?
I believe it would be a handle animal.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
I think it's a trained only skill.
I don't-
Which, if I am correct, only one of you specializes in.
I have ride. That wouldn't probably help though.
Not in this situation.
Not unless we're about to fight some rustlers.
Let's see. I have ride, and that's it. Yeah, I don't have handle animal.
So, what would you guys like to do first? I just kind of want to get everything settled there because I don't know if you guys are doing this as a group or if you guys are doing this separately.
I assume we got us all together.
So,
Yeah, I'd
stable
like to
first,
see
I
what
guess?
these people can do.
Yeah, okay. First section will probably be the stables for you guys then.
Oh,
You know, a couple things you guys have noticed. Some of the horses that they were speaking of aren't just regular horses either.
Oh, I bet they're not. Are they like Pegasi?
They've got Pegasi, they've got Nightmares, they've got whatever you can think of that has a horse build. They got it. In fact, actually, now that I look through this, oh, you left it there, that prick. Oh, can't believe I'm even gonna say this. And you notice that there's a particular stable off in the distance. It appears to be closed off and says, in case of emergencies, do not, repeat, do not open. You can hear a horse whinnying from the inside of that thing.
Okay. David, do I have any spells that I could peer inside, like divination, or no?
Dude, you have access to second level spells. That's not. That's way too high of powers.
Okay. So I'm
No.
gonna. Okay, is there a crack in the bottom, like a small? Area
Oh, there are
like-
cracks. There are cracks all over that door. That thing
Okay.
looks like it's been bust. That thing looks like as though something had been trying to bust it for quite a while.
Okay, so I'm gonna use my mirror at the end of my thieves' tools. Look in the bottom. What's inside?
From what you're seeing, it appears to be almost a normal-looking horse at first, but as it keeps moving around, it keeps changing in appearance. At first, it looks like as though it is an American Standard bred, which, for anybody who wasn't raised on a farm, basically means a black-skinned horse. But as it runs around, it changes to a white mane, and then eventually it looks like it starts developing a horn, then wings, and it just keeps changing back and forth as though it's freaking out or something.
Knowledge nature. What the hell is that?
Well, I'm gonna need your nature check, but even with it, that would, by all accounts, be a regular horse.
No, that's bullshit.
It's not. Even with what you've got, I wouldn't have been able to tell you even that. You just think it is a normal horse, though.
If it's changing and it's growing horns, I'm going to roll Arcana as well.
That would actually help you. even with that, I could just tell you it looks like as though it's under the effects of some sort of shape change.
I'm gonna try and get the horse's attention.
The horse just kind of looks through the crack and just kind of stares over at you.
I say, pretty good. Can I tell if it's a guy or a girl?
From all the shadows and everything in the room, there's only one section of light beaming down at it. The only thing you can see right now is its head.
Does... I know it says do not open. Does it appear to just be cooped up and in pain, or does it just, like...
It does not appear to be in pain or anything.
Does it appear
It just...
panicking?
No. It just appears to be staring right at you.
I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna open it. I'm gonna open this table and go inside. Close it.
Okay then.
I'm
You
gonna-
do so, and the creature just appears to stand perfectly still.
And I go, who is good horsey? Who is good horsey? And I pet it. Are you
It does
hungry?
not even move an inch.
Does it look at me?
Appears to look towards you.
Okay, I grab some hay, and does it eat? I'm like, are you hungry?
It eats. You're gonna try to jump on it, aren't you, Corey?
I'm getting there. I'm like, I'm patting its back and looking at it.
Alright, well, if you're gonna try it, Corey, do you mind rolling me a ride animal?
I actually have, I have one rank in this. Can I take a 10?
No, you cannot with this.
Crit!
Yeah, Corey. You get on its back, and the creature just appears to run rampant with you right on top of it.
With a crit?
With a crit?
With a
Crits-
nat 20, considering nat 20 means jack shit, other than you have rolled a 20.
Still, a 20 on a ride check is nothing to sneeze at.
Actually, considering who this thing is, it's something that you could sneeze at and not care. This thing, I will tell you this right now, Corey. As you try sitting on it, the creature just jumps all around like in a furious rage. With you on its back, it jumps right and kicks the door and just flails right out of the flails right outside. Everyone in the stables right now can see that whatever is going on, Corey is holding on for dear life.
Oh god! Zotalars! Zotalars! That horse! She is mad!
It's even funnier, the mental image of a small French gnome like trying to ride some phantom steed, and it's just fucking around, and he's getting knocked all around. Really
I
funny.
know the image is very apparent in my head, and that's what just makes this great because he doesn't even know who he tried jumping on.
The horse, she is mad! But I'm not letting go.
I'm willing to admit you're probably not, but because of that, you have to roll another ride check. It was a pain for me too, buddy. So just go with it.
I'm keeping whatever this thing is. 16.
The creature buckles you right off and just runs around in this. Just runs right out of the stables.
Weber! Get that horse! Connor? Connor?
Connor, you in?
Zuthalors, Benoit is talking to you, Archer.
Oh shit, my mic was muted. It's been muted for a long time. So you guys were ignoring me.
Well,
Well, what were you saying?
Nothing.
just laughing along with all of us. At
Yeah,
a French gnome
like-
getting disembarked from a horse. How'd I say a full-grown one too?
Alright, so Cor, what do you want me?
Weber, web the horse. We must get it back into its stable.
What's the magic word?
Please?
No, they changed it.
Fuck you.
There it is.
That's great.
What do I have to roll for like webbing?
You don't have. I think it's a. I think it'd be similar to laying a trap, would it, David?
I don't
Yeah.
really know.
That's
I
what
don't know.
webs are.
Yeah,
Um,
no. Since you're attempting to lay a trap, you're gonna have to try to outrun the horse to get in front of it, because this thing is bolting out of the stables.
Bombity 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 ba bomb.
Yeah, just to tell you, Corey, if you'd have the DC to be able to stay on the horse is a 20. To attempt to control it, it's a 25. To attempt to keep the thing under control, it's a 30.
What the fuck is that thing?
Oh, if you knew the whole story behind this, you'd flip.
I don't see anything for. I don't see any skill check for trap.
Yeah, no.
It's like a spell, like, isn't it?
In this case, he's gonna have to try to run in front of the horse to be able to set it down, because otherwise he's just laying traps behind it.
Well, it's webs. I can shoot it.
Okay, I'll assume you probably can, so if it's spell-like, I'll assume you've tried launching your webs out in front, or are you trying to block the door?
What does liquid ice do, David?
It's
How
basically
important
how-
is it to catch this thing?
What?
How important is it to catch this thing?
It's up to how important Corey wants it to be.
Corey?
It was in the stables. It belongs in the stables.
Or it sounds like your problem.
What does liquid ice do, David?
It's basically alchemist's ice.
Instead of Alchemist Fire, you do ice damage.
Okay. Does anyone else have a thing that could help?
I'll assume probably the Gunslinger does.
I mean, if I didn't have to chase it, sure, but I'm not that fast.
Zuthalors, Mr. Shit, what the fuck is David's name?
If you keep this up, I'm gonna kneecap both of them.
I don't know your name yet in this game.
Overvale.
Over there,
Yep.
get the horse.
Corey, is there another horse in the stable?
Yes, there are more horses.
Why don't you ride one of those? I'll give you like a web lasso that you can use to tie up the other one. You can
Yes,
chase
that'd actually be great. I'll go.
because I
grab
can't
one of the
really
other
ride
horses.
anything. I'm quadruped.
No, fuck that. I'll grab a Pegasus.
All right.
Okay, then. But still, David, he did ask you for help. Are you gonna give it to him, or...?
Overvale, I'm gonna sigh. Could have asked me to do this in the first place. I'm gonna start packing the musket.
I'm
I'm aiming at the kneecap.
Are you aiming at my kneecap?
If your kneecap happens to be in the way.
We gotta pick a little fight with rustlers. Someone wants
If one
to
of them
pick
wants to
with
pick a
us.
fight with us,
He
they better bite my ass. Yeah,
It would
on
only be
that
better
note,
if Penny
though,
Whistle was singing it.
yeah, I will tell you this, though. Holy crap, he actually made it!
I beat it CMD.
You'd be surprised. This thing has an incredibly hard check to be able to ride, but this thing otherwise is basically a horse under a constant change shape spell.
Hey.
Well,
If you knew the full truth behind this thing, you would laugh.
Can I
I'm more
cast?
finding it hilarious that I just kneecapped the thing we were supposed to try to recover.
Wait, you shot the thing?
Well, I made a trip check with a gun, so what do you think I did?
Well, damn. Does it take any damage from that, or is it...
So, just gets knocked prone.
Oh. Well, I'll just assume you shoot and the horse startles and falls over.
And would
Yeah.
I roll a ranged attack to try and wrangle it?
I believe since you're using a lasso, you're gonna have to make a roll against CMD, I guess?
Okay, David, how would I do that?
Make a combat maneuver roll.
Yeah,
So is that the 2?
That's the CMB roll, dude.
Okay, CMB is 2.
yes.
Is there a reason it's so low?
Because you have no strength.
20.
You managed to lasso the horse.
Now we shall get it back into the stables. Anyone know what the this thing is?
If you want to know what this thing is, you're gonna have to roll a history for it.
Or I could just cast Identify. Would that work?
It's not an object. It's a creature.
Damn it. Get
If
away
someone
from
had it.
my Ravenloft books. You stupid cat. Great, now I am stuck in Crunchmon.
And also, Identify isn't a free pass anymore.
Isn't it what?
It's not
It
a free
just-
pass anymore.
It gives you a plus 10.
It's not a free pass?
No,
What he means by
it's a-
that is you don't just cast Identify and you're like, oh, I know this already. It just gives you a bonus to identifying.
Boo! Boo! Boo on
It was
that,
built that-
sir.
It was built that way to stop players from just casting Identify on everything.
Yeah,
There's a chance you can still fuck up. And if the thing is strong enough, then yeah, you're just not going to tell instantly.
Boo on that, sir.
And I'm keeping it that way because I liked it. It
Yeah.
made the game more interesting. Yeah, so, yeah, if anybody here has a nature, as a roll for, like I said, history, you'd be able to tell what this thing is.
Would nature work again? Could I roll another nature check?
Corey?
Yes.
You didn't roll nature a lot.
I
Nature
did.
would not, in this case.
I s-
History is specific to this one.
Do I have knowledge history?
I will give you a +2 if you do already have an existing knowledge of history,
I do not.
because of competence bonus for this one. Particularly, I think I'd be giving it over to David, because he's the only one here carrying the damn object that's related to the thing.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey,
Alright.
ask the
One
orc.
of the many voices in my head, what is up with this weird-ass horse?
I have no clue in particular. You'd have to make an actual roll. It's just that you have an object that happens to be with it. Because remember, they were with the orb was with you the entire time, and you only saw the creature exit.
So, it'd be what? Nature, then?
Like I said, it's history specifically for this one.
No.
Skill is untrained.
Can
Even with a +2 on that, you'd get a 7. You really wouldn't know what this thing is.
can I roll history untrained?
Everyone
Yes.
can roll. Everyone can roll it, honestly.
14.
Since you're not carrying the orb, it's only stuck at 14, so... Nope.
Can I hold on to the orb for a second? What's the creature? Sutalars.
You lost your privileges of handling anything of any sort of importance after that fiasco.
I admit, I got greedy. That was my fault.
So- Yes. So you have lost you have lost your importance handling privileges, sir.
I can web him up if you just want to like drag him along with us so he doesn't touch anything and do something stupid. Just putting that out there. It's an option.
But, please?
No.
Pretty please?
I'm packing Betty.
Pretty please with a platinum piece?
Kebab, man. Kebab.
Fine, I walk away. Fine. Then fuck you. All
Alright.
I wanted was some
Well,
knowledge. That is
Weber?
all. Will you get
Weber?
away from my Ravenloft book, cat?
Webster.
I don't know why Strahd von
the
Zervich
dictionary.
is such an interest to you.
Webster. Okay then, Webster, can you make the roll if you have it?
No, sorry.
Well, what exactly do you want me to roll for?
History. I wouldn't be able to tell you guys what it is. I never got the approach from my DM as to whether or not this thing is an aberration or something, but he did say a history is required for this one specifically because
Fuck.
it's not a normal horse, so as a result it doesn't fall under nature. It's magical, yet doesn't fall under spellcraft. It's all kinds of weird shit, and it's not even dungeoneering, regardless. Of course, he made it! Somebody actually made it!
The amnesia patient made it.
That's a surprise. The reason as to why this thing is a historian specifically is because this is actually a horse that was owned by one of the heroes. The name specifically of this horse was called Endomir.
That
It's known as actually a shape-changing horse. It cannot take the form of creatures outside of the category of being a horse, but it can take on anything that has a horse-like feature to it.
Excuse
Now,
me.
here is my question. If we breed said horse, will its offspring inherit that capability?
The offspring cannot inherit the quality of being able to shape change, but its offspring would inherit whatever quality the creature was in at the time it took its appearance. So, say, for example, you tried breeding it while it was in Pegasus form with a regular horse, it would only be a Pegasus.
Why are they not breeding this thing like a mofo?
Why do you think there's so many horses in the first place?
Maybe it's sterile.
No, because every horse in the stable is actually related to this thing now. Many of it's
It's just incest.
No, it was breeded long ago, but because of the fact that now they're only getting horses from two specific mates, the rest of them are just children that they'll be selling off to the rest of the Icevale, Silver Sun, and Moonshadow residents if they'll even get to Moonsun. Sorry, to Moonshadow. Ugh, keep messing that up.
When we settle this thing back in, is this horse for sale?
There's nobody specifically in the stables with you, but well, no one except the stable hand, and the stable hand himself just kind of shrugs.
Is this horse for sale? So no, no.
The stable hand says, I don't know, the thing's been violent for at least the past 20 years. Then it only started acting even more this violent after yesterday.
Oh, fucking wonderful. Let's just say we found something yesterday that, yeah.
I think it wants its master. I think you know what this means. Overvale.
Yeah, means I need to try and see what's going on with this horse.
Is Overvale? Your horse is amazing. Give it a lick. It tastes just like raisins.
By the stroke of its mane, it turns into a plane.
Tug on a Twinkie.
Let's not start that. But, yeah, you see the stable hand leave shortly after because he was confused as to what was going on. David, do you try entering the room it's in?
Yes.
As you do so, you see 3 of the heroes appear to manifest slightly. Like, as in they appear, ghost-like. Like, you know, what would be a good example for the appearance? You ever play a Shadow of Mordor or seen any of its trailers?
Yes, I have.
You know how it is that Celebrimbor always does that he's slightly ethereal appearance?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine something like that, and you're seeing 3. One appears to be a female, one appears to be a male, and the other is a weird hooded figure. You can't tell if it's male or female.
Oh, wonderful.
Can we all see them?
You can all see them. You see the one male guy appear to put his hand on the front of the thing and say, It's alright.
It's alright. So...
He calms down a little bit, and then he points towards the others, and he's like, they'll also be your friend.
Wait, we get the horse?
If you can somehow convince the chapter master, then yeah, go ahead. Mind you, though, he's a bit of a shared entity. After all, we had to share. It was all of us having to share this guy. You just see like one of them just kind of like noogie the thing.
So, can I touch the horse again?
It
no,
does.
we're not allowed to touch anything.
I just want... I'm petting it. That's all I'm doing. Is it a boy or is it a girl horse?
Oh, you want to touch it there? You sick fuck.
No, he's asking the dungeon master if he should call it.
We all heard what he was asking.
Yeah, just saying, Corey. Next time you're gonna say these, make sure that you ask a question first. Allow me answer, and don't say the other one because that just sounded sick, man.
Is
If
it,
you're going to ask it, like
is it
think
a
about
mare
it,
or is it
say
a
anything.
stallion?
For starters, it's male.
So it's a stallion.
Yep.
Who's a good stallion?
Once again,
What?
the horse does its weird thing where it just kind of sits still and doesn't appear to move.
Okay, is it... What's its name?
Its name, as I said before, is Endomere. I'll even type it in for you guys.
Oh, Endomere. Who is good horse? Who is good stallion? Endomere?
Yep.
No, I'm talking to Endomere. Who's good, Endomere? Who's good boy?
The horse just stares with a deadpan look at you, Corey.
I like this horse already. Sorry about having to spook you a little bit earlier, but can't have you dragging this one all over town.
It just kind of looks over to David and just kind of walks and just kind of moves over to him.
Alright. How you doing there? Bang.
Its appearance once again appears to change one more time. It changes over to a... what's what I think would be appropriate for this situation? Nah, screw it, I'll go with Pegasi and just kind of stare at you.
Alright, so you're gonna be freaky deaky like that then?
Picture this then.
I like
Mr.
you a good horse.
Mr. Overvale. I almost called you Overwatch.
I'm gonna smack you and call me Overwatch, boy.
He will smack you and say, "Cheers, love, the cavalry's here."
But,
And I will get on the horse to say that.
Mr. Overvale, think about it. You could use your gun in the air. We could invent a whole new type of sport.
Polo. But,
And
If only someone had a speak with animal. There are so many lines that this guy says.
I could get a speak with animal.
Hold on, actually, let me check for a minute. I am pretty sure that I actually do have access to this in emergency.
Ooh, sorry.
Oh well, would you look at that? Apparently the previous DM planned before me. Yeah, there is actually an item that's on the pamphlet that David did pick up. There is actually also a circlet for it. I just completely overlooked the text. So yeah, David, you'd actually be aware that there's an artifact in here that actually would allow you to speak with the creature.
Well, I'm gonna go and see about trying to find it then.
You're going on a field trip?
Might as well.
Yeah. You see that the guild notices that you guys are with the horse, but most of them are standing at a distance. The chapter master decides to point you guys over to a very specific train that they use. It's slightly faster than the average, but it also allows direct access to the other sections of the city, rather than going that whole detour route.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna go take the
Let's
Guild
go take the
Adventures.
choo-choo. $2.
Yeah. You guys walk up to it, and unlike the regular ones, this one appears to be built like more modern ones. And the conductor's out in the front, and would anybody like to know what the conductor looks like?
Yes.
Yes.
The conductor is wearing standard clothing that you'd expect from somebody who's actually driving a train, but his eyes are bloodshot to hell, and as he sees you guys, he's like, "Hey, mon! You taking the train? Where to?"
Oh, dear Jesus. What district are we going, by the way? I don't know. Actually, David would know. Hell, it's his
On the
ride.
red light district. No.
We're gonna be going to whatever district I need to in order to find this artifact.
I'm guessing you're probably looking for the Merchants Guild, right?
Most likely.
Alright then. Seat belts, everyone.
Oh, God. I put on a seatbelt.
I also put on a seatbelt.
Putting it on.
I don't know how Weber's gonna put his on, but sure. The train appears to move a little bit faster than the other one. But here's another thing: as you guys are as you guys are going through the sections, you do notice a faint smell coming from the front train section.
As a gnome, I believe I have not advantage, but highly more acute smells. Wouldn't I?
Yes, and specifically, you would recall this one very well. You want to guess what it is?
Oh, that is easy, mon. It's be the smell of weed.
Yes, I took a literal. It's literally the magic school bus.
The magic school bus?
You don't get the reference, do you?
No, I don't.
Think of it, quote unquote magic.
I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
Someone's gonna have to explain it to me.
Right on the magic school bus. No.
I don't understand it either.
Magic School Bus is an old show that
Yeah, I watched the show. I don't get the idea. I don't get the joke.
Yeah, but it was a fucking kids show. How do you get pot out of that?
Because pot is magical.
Not to mention there was this old theory that all of the kids were really never experiencing things in the Magic School Bus. It's just that the bus driver was always high and they were getting contact high off of it.
She was hotboxing in that bus.
Yeah, everybody get in the magic hot box.
Right on the magic hot box.
Now everybody gets the joke. But yeah, you can definitely smell what is halfling weed at the front end
Arnold
of
grew up
this.
to be a narc. Remember the whiny blonde kid?
Yeah.
Sometimes
Please
I
just have a
wish.
normal school bus. Just smoke it, bitch.
Yep, but still, you still smell a very strong amount of halfling weed up in the front.
Ah. Well,
You guys make it there at about a... Unlike the usual amount of time it takes, you guys appear to have arrived 3 minutes earlier, where normally it would take 10 to get from the guild to the Merchants Guild. Or in this case, the merchant quarters. So, yep. Guy lets you guys out and he's like, make sure to come back later.
Why is that? Oh, why is that?
This be the only way to get back safely. Especially with all the ice that's about to be gathering around.
Oh God.
Because you guys are still in Icevale. But, yeah. After a little bit of walking around, you guys managed to find the, You guys actually managed to find the merchant, who in particular you're looking for. He specializes in making magical and non-magical goods. Now I gotta make a roll, actually, right here. Oh, bloody hell, of course. You guys find the guy's house, and you see what appears to be a thief attempt to leave his house running full speed. A couple seconds right after, you see a hammer fly to the back of the guy's head with enough force to actually kill him.
Well, Zuta Lord, someone is, well, a dumbass.
And what you see walking out is a human, regular sized and everything, just beefed up like, what would be a good example? Like, super steroids, basically. The guy looks like as though his muscles are actually trying to pop out.
Looks like this guy invested in power thirst.
Hey, excuse me, Weber.
I'm not going to answer you till you say my name right.
Weber.
Webster.
Webster.
Do not help him.
This would have gone on for 15 minutes if I hadn't.
And you know what? It's going to go on, because that's how he's going to learn.
Webster.
Yes.
Do you think he lives?
I'm going to wake up in your sleep.
So, on a side, after he picks up the hammer from the, that's now kind of laying inside the skull cavity of the thief, and goes back into his shop, and a couple seconds right after, you hear the most loudest sound of metal being smacked by a hammer. As in, the thing actually, you can actually hear the sound so acutely.
Never mind. He must be a smithy. Jesus. I mean, Bahamut, I don't know any Pathfinder gods.
I don't use the standards, but in this case it would be by the alchemist.
By the alchemist? That dude is ripped.
Yeah, so, speaking of which, actually, David, you recognize on the pamphlet that is the exact same guy who you have to talk to about this.
Well then. You there, bulky man.
Yes.
Apparently, a man of your size and stature is also a gunsmith?
Are you calling
Yes.
me fat?
My family has built guns before. What is it you require?
Saw a pamphlet. Had a rifle with
You're talking about the 6-shooter I built.
Yes.
Gladly. That'll be 20 platinum.
Well, that's a little bit outside my price range right now. How about a trade?
What kind of trade?
I'd be willing to give up my Black Betty for that.
Your bag?
Oh, Black Betty.
My Black Betty.
Oh. Sure, what kind of a gun is she?
Older musket. But something I put a lot of work and effort into.
Hmm.
Alternatively, I can just come back later when I have money.
I would be willing to actually make a bit of an adjustment. How about instead of you buying the gun, I modify your existing one with the same quality?
I'd be willing to work with that.
100. All it takes is 100 gold.
Per gold. Let me.
Do you
He
have...
basically just cut the price down by half.
If you do not have enough, I am willing to lend you some.
Oh, no. 100 gold? Yeah, I got 100 gold.
All right then, let me see.
He's gonna pull out his coin pouch and count out 100 gold.
All right then, let's begin. So you hand him Betty, and he just whatever he's doing, it is incredibly fast. Like his hands are agile. By the time you've blinked, he's already properly opened up the sections of the gun and moved over the barrel section a little bit so he could actually install the cylinder into it properly. By the time
How I basically see this is going down.
this is actually how it's going down, basically.
I'm guessing you saw what I just put up.
I already know what you put up. It's a Sword Art Abridged thing, isn't it?
Yes.
I fucking knew it.
One-handed longsword, right?
Yeah, but every swing you can actually... Every time he swings his weapon to fix up the weapon to better adjust it, you could basically feel, like, the blast from the hammer smacking on metal.
Jesus.
He was a strong motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, 20 years ago, a man like you once came in. He tried to challenge me to an arm wrestle. I lost that battle, and since then, I have strengthened myself. For ever such an occasion, a new challenger shall appear.
I can see that. Because you're a big mofo.
I very much big mofo.
Did you let him know that we need, some sort of artifact?
Oh, yes, that's right. Are you familiar with with Endomir at all?
You mean the angry horse?
Yeah. Rumor
Yeah.
has it that you have something that will let me talk to it.
Actually, I do have something for it. The guild made me build it couple years ago, back when they wanted to understand why the horse was there. They never got the chance. They never came back for it, surprisingly. Urgent matter.
Well, I am with the Adventures. You said the Adventures Guild, right?
Yep.
I happen to be with the Icevale branch. Or no, not Icevale.
Silver
Sun?
Silver something.
Silver Sun?
Yep.
Yeah. I do happen to be with the Silver Sun branch. And the horse doesn't want to eat me like it does this one over here. I say, nodding my head in Benoit's direction.
But he did not want to. He is good horse.
Hyperbole, but goes right over his head. So does a lot of things. But,
Very smart. I'm only 3 feet tall. Very fucking funny.
that means you are
Nothing
shorter that means you are shorter than this barrel.
So after he's done fixing up Betty, you can tell that the what was the quality prior to? Was it a regular or was it masterwork?
It was +1.
You've now got a masterwork +1.
All +1s are masterwork.
Oh shit. Oh fuck, right. Then yeah, you basically just got it moved up to a +2.
Wow.
This guy works some magic, I can tell you that.
Ooh, yeah.
You also see him hand you guys over the what appears to be a jade. Okay, let me see. It's a jade circlet. Anyone else want their gear fixed?
Do I need anything fixed, David?
No, not that I know of.
Well, nothing exactly fixed. More like upgrades, that kind of stuff.
How much do you charge?
Same price as I gave your friend. 100 gold.
Ah, I cannot afford that at this point. Not until at least the job is complete that we have.
Come back when you do. I make great gear. You just see him flex.
I sort of move over to David and I speak in, well, David, what do you speak?
Common, I think it's Common, Terran, and Aklo.
Okay,
I believe Corey does actually have Terran.
I have both.
Mm-hmm.
I have a shitload of languages. I speak to you in Aklo. Do you think I could take him in an arm wrestling contest?
You know what the sad thing about what you just said is, Corey?
What?
He speaks the same fucking languages.
I'm
He's
not
a ver-
surprised that a man like him speaks the language of monsters.
Not just that, he speaks actually a shit ton of languages because he's a merchant. He kind of has to be able to speak others' languages. So you just see this guy just like lay his hand down on the table and just says, "Come on then."
Okay, would it be just a pure strength roll?
Yep, indeed.
Just for funsies. Oh god! Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of pulls you straight the fuck down.
So it's like, whoa!
No, he just
Gee.
takes you. He just takes you along like he's a cat. He's
No,
basically just
that,
like a
that's
cat.
exactly what I
grabs.
hit. That's what exactly I pictured. I'm like, and I sort of looked like, I'm like, holy shit, are you strong? Holy shit!
He's normally got a modifier of 32, but I scaled him back a bit because otherwise you guys would be dead just from the sheer blast of his hammer.
Holy shit! Oh god, you are strong. Oh.
The secret of these muscles, passed down in family for generations.
Oh. Yeah, don't arm wrestle that guy. Holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Don't arm wrestle the guy with arms the size of your face.
Shut up, Overvale.
If you're looking for any other specific gear, I direct you to Uncle Gwynver.
Come on, it was a good moment. I knew I had no chance, but come on, it would have been funny. It was funny.
I direct you to Uncle Gwynver if you need armor.
Armor. Do you do some defensive armor?
We do all kinds of armor, even recommendations.
No one picked up on that.
We all picked up on it. I'm just like,
Defenses as opposed to offensive.
well, that depends. If you actually ask, if you ask Uncle, he make armor out of daggers.
Okay, now you have you. Oh, what is the fucking line? Connor, you know
That's
this.
not my name.
You know this.
No, what? What's the question?
He said he'd make armor out of daggers, and I'm trying to think of that line. What is it? You had my.
You had me at.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
you had my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Yes. Thank you. You have my curiosity. Now you have my attention.
No, but you have to say it as like a racist Southern white guy.
You had my
You had my
curiosity. Now you have my attention.
Ain't close enough.
Uncle
Trying to do
Uncle Gwynver down it.
from Wild Wild West.
I direct you to Uncle. Go down street there.
Regardless. Wait, what about he? I start nudging Overvale. The artifact. The artifact. We need it.
He already gave it
Yes.
to you guys.
Oh, we have it. Oh, okay. When we got the arm wrestling thing, I must have been a little woozy.
You fight guy who's stronger than you. This fight very much decided.
It was decided before it began.
Very much. Uncle Gwynver, you have customers. You don't see anybody leave the house, but you do hear a voice say, "Okay, I go."
Oh, same NPCs.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So as you guys head over to his shop, you don't see a guy who looks like him. You just see a giant. And he lays down in a cross-legged position just to be able to see you guys. What want?
Personally, I don't want anything, guys, right now.
I make armor out of anything, even coin. Make armor out of coin free. If you have material.
Tell me about your dagger armor.
You ask for dagger armor.
I am curious.
What of it?
What does it do?
The armor is made from daggers.
Does it do anything special?
The armor give you free daggers. You take off and stab person.
And that... Actually, I sort of nudge Webster and I say, that sounds pretty good for you. Connor?
Sorry, what?
He says he can make daggers that'll make infinite daggers. Or, he'll make armor that makes infinite daggers. And I said, that sounds good for you.
Yeah. Can each of my legs hold a dagger?
He can specifically design armors for it.
But like, oh, okay, yeah, sure. At the very least, I can equip everyone else.
Alright, so he asks for 100 gold, as normal.
Connor, do you have enough?
Yeah, I think so. You said 100?
Yep.
Yeah, I still have like 130.
Okay then, so would you like the armor?
Yeah.
Alright. You are now the proud owner of dagger armor.
I wouldn't say proud.
Oh, I would be, if I was a thief.
Here's how the thing works. If ever you get a... you actually get a couple bonuses from this, actually. One, you get a bonus on any attempt to do a strike against an opponent, like a... I keep forgetting what the word for it is, because this is rarely done to me. Do you remember, what do you call it when a caster is trying to cast and you're next to them and you can take an action against them again called?
Attack of opportunity.
Attack of opportunity, thank you. You get a +2 if you attempt to do an attack of opportunity against anybody near you. And as a free action, you may actually take daggers off of your armor. The armor does also give you a +4 to your AC, but that's about it. Any pre-existing armor you are wearing, however, must be taken off.
Alright. So what's it called?
It's called dagger armor.
What's the AC bonus?
The AC bonus is +4.
Oh. Yeah, but it comes with the bonus. It's not as good AC as what I already have, but
Alright, well, on that note, I'm guessing you guys have got what you need.
if you try sometimes.
So you guys head, I'm going to believe you guys head back to the train then, or are you just gonna...
Get what you need.
Hey,
Alright then, so looks like everyone's got what they need. So then, you guys head back to the Adventurers Guild, or is there still anything else you'd like?
well, nothing I can afford right now.
Anyone else? I mean, David basically just got his gun, basically the ability to shoot 6 shots.
I'm happy with the equipment I have.
I'm gonna shoot someone.
I'm gonna shoot, baby.
Shoot, better, shoot, better.
I'm just
Alright,
standing here.
so,
Tom Cruise
if we got everything we
locked himself in
need-
the closet. Man.
Well, you guys head back to the magic school train. And you head back to the guild. Nothing interesting seems to have occurred, although the horse is still standing in the exact same position with the same deadpan look that you last left him back at there.
Endomir.
You should probably, no.
Does this affect all of us that we could hear him talk?
Only the person who's wearing it may talk.
Damn it. I want to at least hear what the horse has to say.
The horse appears, as you put it on, you see the horse turn around and say, I'm gonna miss this place. I've had a lot of sex here.
Oh,
Oh, wonderful. Wunderbar, wunderbar.
such a
We get one of them.
David, even Corey knows exactly where that is from.
I'm kind of glad I don't.
I don't actually. It's a really good line.
I was gonna say, if anyone has not seen Final Fantasy Abridged, then what are you guys doing? There's another Team
Oh
4
yeah,
star
that's
Abridged.
right.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
right.
that's right.
Red
It's what,
13.
13?
Yeah, it's Red 13.
Yeah, it's Red 13.
I'm going to breed them.
Why do you think he got that concept from? Why do you think there's a shape-changing horse?
Why? Because it's my
Fetish!
fetish.
You have no clue how many times that line has been said.
Oh, it's
It's a good line.
Very often.
Can you do me a solid?
No. Damn it, Cloud, you know you weren't looking at her eyes. But on a side note, the horse just stops talking right after that and just kind of stares at the place. After a short period of time, he just kind of looks back to you guys and he's like, well, let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Can I pet him again?
You attempt, and he says, you may want to stop petting me. I have a habit of eating people.
I don't understand that.
You know, he was warning you to stop doing that. Remember how I said he wanted to eat your face? He wants to eat your face.
In this case, David was actually serious.
I'm actually gonna roll, because I can never tell if David's being serious.
Sense motive.
Yes, sense motive. I have +0.
This I've got to see.
4.
So wait, if he does poorly,
Then he thinks it's the opposite, and that you're actually not being serious.
okay. Well, all right. Well, if you don't want to believe me, it's your face.
But he's a good horsey. And I get some hay and I feed him.
He does not eat it, he just stares deadpanned again.
Does anyone else get creeped out by this horse?
Looks like it's just seems to me that it's just got poo brain.
Nah, he just has a habit of doing that. It freaks other people out. Then again, I can kind of understand if you got stuck doing this for the rest of eternity, wouldn't you want to freak other people out?
This is true.
So, does the guild stop us?
The guild just stares at you like, how the hell have they managed to calm him down?
Wait, did you pull a blackfish on us?
Did I pull a what on you?
Blackfish.
Hmm.
Tilikum, or whatever the fuck his name is. You know, the fish that bred half of SeaWorld with all the orcas, except he's actually quite insane. And they're not supposed to breed fish that have killed people.
In the same sense, I actually kind of have.
Yeah, okay. Well, that'll be good. They really should have gotten rid of him. They haven't. But that's SeaWorld for you.
Yep.
But, yeah. Okay, so we have a horse now. And I don't think anyone's going to stop us.
No one says anything, but the guildmaster does say, how did you guys manage to calm him down?
He likes us. He really does.
We're talking about a horse that literally destroyed 1/3 of the guild. We've had to rebuild this place many times. There is something... I don't know what it is that you guys did, but,
I told him that
Now-
I told him that if he cooperated, he could eventually eat the short one.
He is lying. Sociopaths are attracted to more sociopaths.
I'm just shaking my head. I'm like, no, I'm not lying.
well, I don't exactly know what it is that you guys did, but I highly doubt that's the case. But whatever you did, you can keep him. We've already managed to get what we need out of him. There's honestly nothing else.
Oh yes, for his breeding purposes. I can totally tell that.
Well, he's the only other horse that appears to breed true.
What do you mean breed true?
It means the offspring actually gets actually to appear like him. In this case, whatever he's transformed into that he's bred as, he seems to give that trait over to the others. He breeds as a Pegasus, we get Pegasus. He breeds as a Nightmare, we get Nightmares.
Excuse me. Overvale.
Hmm.
A thought occurs. So, any type of horse, correct?
Most of them.
Try a seahorse.
You know a seahorse isn't actually a horse, right?
Oh, I know that. I know. As a player, I know that.
Everything I know is a lie.
No, that was Overvale talking to, what's his face?
Oh,
To,
but-
Benoit.
but it's horse in the name.
So does horseradish. That's not made from horses either.
As far as you know. Maybe not the way you make it.
It's literally a root, dude.
You see, Corey, you see the horse take the circlet off you and put it on, Overvale? He's like, can I eat him?
Wait, the circlet wasn't even on me.
Yeah.
I'll assume he took it from someone and put it on someone else.
Yeah, no, I've just been wearing it. Like, if you wanna eat him, go right the fuck ahead, man.
Alright then. Well, on side note, where are we going?
Ask him what his last mission was.
Alright there, Edelmir. Kinda do have to ask you what the last mission you went on with, your previous masters were.
Oh, you mean nice smelling weird guy and giant guy, bitchy female, and short, I can't tell what gender it is, creature?
I'm gonna pause for a second and see if any of the voices take offense to that.
You hear Morgana say, bitchy, yes. Mars repeats with, wait, since when do I have a smell?
Okay,
Giant
yeah, I'm
Hispanic-
gonna assume it's them then.
Should listen to the rude girl. She seems smart. Don't listen to the girl with the butt. She seems disrespectful.
Connor, great. Now I'm gonna have to watch FF Abridged again.
Well,
By the way,
Side
season
note.
2 in January. Or February.
what's one of them? You see the horse say, actually, I was with the, weird guy when, all of this was occurring. He was actually helping getting some of the citizens evacuated from one of the northern cities. Or was it south? I can't ever tell. At least not from here. I've been on this damn horse. I've been on this damn, whatever this thing is, for 20 years now. Either way, we were both me and him actually helped get some of the citizens out of the city at the time. After all, there was a giant creature attacking.
I'm assuming David's relaying this.
Sure.
Well, what did the creature look like?
Are you saying the, large creature that they fought?
Yes.
Covered in darkness. Didn't smell good. Don't think I could eat it.
Okay, I think at this point, David said it enough times and I've realized I think he actually does eat flesh.
What makes you think that?
The fact that he tries to eat it. Like,
No, I'm asking you personally, not the horse. The horse is deliberately screwing you over by making David say it like as though he were the one asking you instead of the horse.
well, he said it multiple times now.
Well, yes, I am a horse that does eat flesh. Although that's just something I eat. I don't actually have to eat whatsoever.
This horse is weird. I don't say that, but I'm thinking, oh god, this is. So what you're telling me, he is a om nom 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 ivore.
I don't actually need to eat.
What?
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, a little bit of history for you guys. He never did really need to eat. He was just crazy that he ate flesh. Kind of makes sense considering that he is a creature that can take the form of a nightmare. What do you tend to associate nightmares with? Nightmares themselves. The horse and the bad dream. But either way, after a while, the horse kind of just stops talking and just kind of looks up. Judging from the formation of the clouds and where the sun is, the village I must have been to would have to have been to the south. Well, I'm guessing that they'll probably get you guys off somewhere around Icevale.
Okay, I'm very, very confused now, because the horse seems to be very intelligent.
Not in the same sense that the creature is super intelligent, it just happens to know direction and all that jazz.
Well, Mr. Endomir. Well, actually, I'm going to say, Overville, what do you want to do?
Oh. Might as well do something. Probably try and earn a little bit more cash.
Judging from what the chapter master here would say, you guys might be able to get some easy money if you simply just do a couple of things around here. He's a bit of a cheapskate. Just don't tell him I said that. Not that he could do anything.
Well, with your strength, I'm sure he couldn't.
Yeah, that might be true. Alright, well, you guys are just gonna do a couple extra chores?
Yeah.
Alright then. Well, you guys do a couple extra chores, you earn 20 platinum like usual. What else? I don't honestly know what else to tell you guys other than, you get a warm, hot meal, usual stuff that you'd expect. There's a tent area if you guys actually feel like camping outdoorsy, but they don't tend to recommend doing so because the creatures, most of the insides of the houses were kind of insulated, so then that way it was more noise canceling. But if you're into camping outside with the sound of what feels like a Tarrasque stepping next to you, then, yeah.
Well, I say we go hunting for something. I need to shoot something.
I want to blow something up.
Alright. The Adventurers Guild does point you towards a small training grounds where some of the soldiers use some of their training.
And David will be able to introduce me to the mechanics of my character.
Alright. You guys go over to a training section. It's quite easy to find. It's actually next door to the Adventurers Guild. It's got a little training section dedicated to each type of aspect a person might use. Hunters, gunslingers, mages. It's got just about everything you could need for training. And that's where I'll let David take off to show you how everything works, and he can practice with his gun.
Alright. Basically, alchemists are very selfish wizards. Essentially, all of their their infusions act kind of like potions, but are mostly buffs. Not a lot to do with tearing down other spells, defensive, or crowd control, or offensive, really. Their main form of attack are their bombs, which are a daily resource, which deal so many d6 in damage. In your case, they deal 3d6 points of damage plus 5. And anyone who is caught in the blast but not the direct target takes 1 point per die plus your dexterity, plus your intelligence bonus. So in this case, 8 points of damage.
Okay.
Basically, it's a touch attack to see if you hit, I believe. Let me double check on these. Oh no. Throw a splash weapon. So yeah, okay, so yeah, range touch attack to see if you hit. If you make that, it deals direct hit damage towards them. If you fail, then you roll a 1d8 to see how it missed, and then with 1 being between you and the thrower, or between you and the target, and then 2 through 8 in a clockwise direction around the 1.
Okay.
You figuring out the mechanics right now, I'm guessing?
No, it seems fairly straightforward.
Yep.
Alright, I'm just currently trying to remake the Icevale map, so why don't you test out your gun while I'm trying to do this? Just fire off a couple times just to see.
Well, do we want to call a break here?
Sure, go ahead if you
That
want to.
sounds good. If we want to start another episode in 10 minutes.